Welcome back to the video and welcome back to all things real estate. So today we are looking at a news article that just came across the Expositor, which is Brantford's newspaper, titled "Getting Dream Home Nothing Short of a Nightmare for Couple." So this kind of pertains to new construction in Brant County in Scotland. So what we'll do, we'll kind of read through the article. Let's see what happened. I'll comment and you can kind of get my thoughts on what happened, protections, maybe things a realtor or lawyer could have done. We'll see. Let's get into the article. So we'll share the screen. So as I said, the title, Getting Dream Home Nothing Short of a Nightmare for Couple. It was to be their dream home. Rosie and Michael were packing up to move into their new 2,600 square foot custom built house in Brant County when they got a call that would roil their lives and cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right, let's get into it. On the phone that October 2022, Day was a lender for their builder. The McGrowders were told if they could not close on the sale of their home the following week, they'd have to pay an additional $300,000. So if they wanted to close, 1/3 of their original purchase price. The builder, Mike Batiel of Merriman Homes, had defaulted on payments to his mortgage holders, the lender told him. So this is a case where the builder has defaulted on the construction or loans that he had on the property he was building on. To try to recoup cost, his lenders were looking to get a higher price for the McGrowders' newly completed home in the Hunter Estate subdivision in Scotland, Ontario, a 21-lot slice of serenity in a small community in the county of Brant. It was unfathomable to Rosie and Michael, who had signed a $900,000 purchase agreement with Betiol in his Hamilton office on May 23rd, 2020, paying him a deposit of $110,000. But after spending thousands of dollars on litigation lawyers, the McGrowders were told if they wanted the home, they had no choice but to negotiate with the lenders because they are the ones who now own the home, Michael told the Spec. It was a sickening feeling, Rosie said. We're just in a very depressed state. It turns out they weren't alone. Documents from the Home Construction Regulatory Authority, the regulator of builders and vendors of new homes, obtained by the Spec, showed the agency had received 13 complaints against the builder as of May 2023. Merriman Homes defaulted on mortgage obligations that left several purchasers with the prospect of losing their homes. In addition to Rosie and Michael, 3 other buyers in the Scotland development were forced to pay more to lenders to close on their homes. 2 of those buyers were already living in the homes when they found themselves facing the threat of eviction over the builder's mortgage defaults. And 12 of the 21 lots on the project, went to a lender to resell through power of sale, although deposits were already taken from Betiol from home buyers. I remember seeing this lots up. I think they were for sale for about $5.3 million, something like that. I believe the listing's now canceled. The article doesn't really go into say exactly what it is. There is a picture of the subdivision here and shows kind of this was the remaining lots for sale through power of sale. So it says, following an investigation, the HCRA suspended Betiol's license on December 5th, citing the proposal to suspend that Betiol entered into agreements to purchase and sale of 108 other homes without proper authorization. I don't really know what that means. Reinstatement of his license is contingent on Betiol providing the HCRA that he has complied with his legal obligations and has the capability of fulfilling his obligation to consumers by June 30th, 2024. An anomaly, they ask. The Scotland incident was an anomaly, Betiol said, arguing the lenders ran out of money. One of the lenders rejected that claim outright in a conversation with the Spec, and they did not have my consent to ask for more from the buyers. Betiol said instead of selling the lots to pay off the lenders, he self-financed the last 4 homes. He said, while what happened was a pain, it's brutal, it's not right, the home buyers still got a fantastic deal. They bought homes that have more than doubled in value over the course of their relationship with me, and that's their win. But the McGrowders didn't see it that way. He messed up our lives, said Rosie, with Michael adding that moving to their dream home was nothing short of a nightmare. Rosie was adamant their story is heard so it doesn't hurt other people. I want people to know to stay away from this man. While the McGrowders' experience may seem unprecedented, Would-be homebuyers need to be aware of what happens. Bob Aaron, a real estate lawyer who was not involved in this transaction, told the spec. Buyers should not treat a new build as their own until the transaction legally closes. In situations like this, the buyers could walk away and recoup their deposit, 10% of the purchase price, up to $100,000 for a home over $600,000 from Tarion. That is Tarion's warranty program. It caps at $100,000. The Consumer Agency Protection Agency overseeing new build homes. But because the McGrathers were building their dream home, they spent an additional $120,000 over and above the purchase price for custom upgrades to the flooring, kitchen cabinetry, plumbing, and electrical into the home. This was paid up front to Merryman Homes and the cabinetry company. Walking away would mean forfeiting that, not to mention thousands of dollars worth of fixtures and appliances that already moved into the house, including a hot water heater, spa bidet toilets, exterior door locks, and light fixtures. So that would have put us out quite a bit, Rosie said. Deposit protection may cover upgrades and extras. Again, I believe it's up to $100,000 max. He advised buyers to review their agreement purchase sale with a lawyer and reach out to Tarion to review their individual situations. Aaron said he advises buyers of new build homes to specify they want a home without appliances, good advice, and wait until after they've taken possession before having them delivered. So you're in the home, you own the home. Again, though, but this is told that homeowners that had already moved in were facing threat of eviction because of the power of sale. A little too complex for me. I'm just a realtor. You'd have to talk to a lawyer about these things. But actually, kind of in the middle there, why don't we get into that? So how we help on new home construction, we can go in with a buyer. We can help that buyer negotiate the best terms, price, and parts of that builder contract. But then we always recommend to have a lawyer review period where that buyer can sit down, talk to the lawyer, have them review the contract that we've executed, and make sure that it's in their best interest. Now, the nice thing about having a realtor on your side as well, what I'll likely do is read that contract, and then I can give you ideas of what questions to ask the lawyer about some of those points in the contract that we've negotiated. Again, as realtors, we're just really there to help you negotiate the best terms and price for that new build home, pick out lot selection, things like that. Again, you really want that lawyer review, and you really want to have some questions in your back pocket of what happens in this situation. What happens if this goes power of sale? Kind of what's my recourse? Because we all know it's going to get very expensive going through litigation lawyers to try to recoup any loss on this, right? If a buyer wants upgrades or custom finishes, it is typical for those to be paid for in advance. However, as Aaron suggests, ensuring the builder has extra deposit insurance to cover them should a case like the McGrathers occur. So the McGrathers ended up negotiating with the lenders and paying $200,000 over the agreed upon purchase price, closing the sale in March of 23. It was the only way to get into our home, Rosie said. According to Betty L., the developer, the Scotland homeowners who paid additional sums to the lender will receive $100,000 as part of the fine he says the HCRA imposed on him. But aside from filing complaints with HCRA, the homeowner's recourse seems limited in a situation like this. Suing the builder is a crapshoot. It may work, it may not be worth the paper, Aaron said, knowing that even a judgment in the homeowner's favor wouldn't mean much if the builder has no money. The McGrathers even went as far to reach out to the police. They couldn't do anything. Laying charges would require evidence that these people defrauded the buyers and weren't just really bad business people. And the intent factor is difficult to prove, he said. But they're wondering if this is an isolated incident. Betty Oll's HCRA profile shows he received his first builder's license in 1989, and his interview with the spec, he claimed he has built somewhere in the area of 700 homes since then. His profile shows he has enrolled for warranties to build homes in multiple communities, but seems the Scotland development may not have been an isolated incident. Other developments in Oakville and Haldeman are in a receivership process with other lenders. Marshall Zare and Betty Oll has been named as a defendant in at least 13 civil court cases going back to 2017. According to exhibits filed in court as part of the receivership. Responses from Betty Oll within the same document suggest many of those cases have been settled or dismissed. Betty Oll told the spec that he has secured new financing to pay out Marshall Zare, which he says will take the properties out of receivership. A history of civil cases against the builder is typically a bad sign, Aaron said, but not necessarily something a real estate lawyer would check for when helping with the sale. He suggests buyers of new builds do their own due diligence by looking at the online builder registry through HCRA to see if the complaint's filed against the builder. Stalled dreams. Although one of the lenders has listed the 12 remaining properties on and off, but he also says his goal is to build these people their homes. Today, Hunter Estates is a patchwork of 9 beautiful homes dotted among empty, overgrown lots in the stalled development. It's like we're living in an abandoned area, Rosie told the spec. Friendly conversations with the neighbors typically turns to builder to what we've been through, Michael said. Some of them might not have to wait long to test Bettiel's claim that the homes have doubled in value. We're going to stick it out for a little bit, but admitted they might sell when the time is right because their dream home has been tainted by what they went through to get it. So, very interesting story about new build construction, and I guess what can go wrong, especially with a changing market, with a builder not being able to fulfill their obligations. Like I said, my role as a realtor, typically helping people buy new homes, is to help negotiate the best terms and price of the builder contract, and then take that builder contract to a lawyer for a lawyer review period. Also, my job is I read through that contract and then give you maybe questions that you haven't thought of that you can ask. Of course, as well, I can research the builders, research the communities. Being a realtor, we've heard of some good builders, some bad builders, and give you all the information to make an informed decision. However, it seems like in some situations, there's not much you can do other than go through the process and hope that the builder can fulfill their obligations. So I hope that video was kind of entertaining or fun. You enjoyed it. If you've made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe. Help me out with this YouTube channel. I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and I'll see you back with another video.